In this video, I will explore how the concept of knowledge is portrayed in the media using two shows that capture our current zeitgeist, Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Magicians. In both these narratives, the symbol of the library is appropriately used to represent knowledge and its preservation. As Ben White states in his article, Guaranteeing Access to Knowledge, The Role of Libraries, as gateways to knowledge and culture, libraries play a fundamental role in society. The resources and services they offer create opportunities for learning, support literacy and education, and help shape the new ideas and perspectives that are central to a creative and innovative society. They also help ensure an authentic record of knowledge created and accumulated by past generations. In a world without libraries, it would be difficult to advance research and human knowledge or preserve the world's cumulative knowledge and heritage for future generations. End quote. In Avatar: The Last Airbender, we meet Wan Shi Tong, whose name means he who knows 10,000 things. He is a knowledge spirit who assumes the form of an owl and a serpent, both of which symbolize knowledge in various cultures. He is the curator and the protector of the library, a place where all the world's knowledge is preserved. It is said that the library was once accessible to all humans, but due to the misuse of its knowledge for political gain and war, humans were banished from accessing its contents. In The Magicians, the library contains all the knowledge in the multiverse. It is ruled by the Order, which has an authoritarian control of all the knowledge within it. Though we mostly see Zelda, the mild-mannered and loyal librarian who puts her duty to the library and preserving knowledge above all else. These librarians are protectors of knowledge. They keep close tabs on all the information to ensure that it doesn't go into the wrong hands, or so they claim. In both these shows, the main characters who are looking for knowledge are never ill-intentioned. In fact, their intentions are always noble, whether it's to save the world or to save a friend. In Avatar: The Last Airbender, we see the gang travel far into the desert in search of the library, in hopes to find information to help them stop the Fire Nation, whose imperialistic rule has destroyed and continues to destroy the lives of many. When they do find the library, Wan Shi Tong is hesitant to accept them, but eventually allows them to roam free, with the caveat being that they don't use the information available in the library to hurt others, a thing which we know that they have to do in order to end the war. After poking around, they find valuable information that can be used to stop the Fire Lord, but when Wan Shi Tong discovers their motive, he kind of goes apeshit and submerges the entire library into another dimension, so that humans can never access its contents again. In The Magicians, Katie and Julia are on the hunt to find information on how to kill a murderous trickster god who assaults women. They ask around the library where they get no answers until they come across Harriet, who basically tells them that there isn't any knowledge that exists that the library doesn't have, since they have all the knowledge in the multiverse and all. Turns out access to that specific information is labeled as dangerous and in the wrong hands could cause a lot of problems. So it's stored in the poison room, which, as its name suggests, is a room that slowly poisons you to death once you enter. Unless you're a librarian, of course, then you can have access to it. But librarians would rather die than give up classified information. When analyzing these specific gatekeepers, Zelda and Wan Shi Tong, it's important to note that time runs different for them, so their perception of what is and isn't important is never going to be the same as someone who experiences time in a normal way. Also, they're basically secluded to their libraries. It being a top function is their main priority because it's their only priority. Them being indifferent to the events of the outside world makes it difficult for them to empathize with the struggles of the protagonists. They also have vast knowledge, which kind of forces them to see big picture, especially in the case of Zelda, as she knows what's going to happen. So individual isolated events are not seen as destructive, but rather as a means to an end. If it changes, then everything changes. They're both an example of what it looks like to have unchanging values. They both believe that knowledge in the wrong hands is too dangerous, so dangerous that they would rather eradicate that knowledge than have it be used for evil, as seen with Wan Shi Tong submerging the library when he realizes that the information will be used for a war, and Zelda burning down the library to prevent knowledge from getting in the hands of the Visigoths. And they technically aren't in the wrong. The Visigoths were going to cause chaos. A firebender did use information from the library to aid with the war that our protagonists are trying to stop. We also see that the pursuit of knowledge taken to the extreme can lead to the loss of oneself, as seen with Alice in The Magicians. But of course we know that evil isn't so black and white, and our protagonists are not malicious in their pursuit of knowledge. While the misuse of knowledge can breed chaos, it's important we don't use that narrative to be exclusive. We can't control what people do with the knowledge they obtain, but if we want a society where everyone has access to information, then we have to be willing to tackle the chaos that comes with that. Random observation here, but through all these gatekeepers' efforts to be stingy with their knowledge, our protagonist eventually gets information that they want, even if it comes with a bunch of trial and error, which raises the question of whether gatekeeping even works, because if someone is persistent enough, they'll eventually get what they want. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and comment down below what your thoughts on this topic are. See you next video.
Can't wait for this to be